Okay, so this is weird. I actually can't see myself because I only see like through here. But I'm actually gonna try something weirdly different. Instead of using the webcam off of my off of my laptop, I'm gonna try to use this, and I'm just gonna have to edit this video so much. Oh my god, I can't imagine how much I'm gonna edit this video. Okay, so I just saw No Time to Die today. It's playing in theaters. I still assume it's still playing in theaters. Like, there's still some small theater chains still playing it, but it also just came out today on demand. I wish I saw this in theaters, but I really go to the movie theaters a lot. Even when I did go to theaters, I would only like go once a month. I think that was the good time to go. If I was lucky, maybe twice. But I really don't watch a lot of movies in theaters. I just choose to watch them here, you know, safe and sound. Especially now during the pandemic. But it's now out on demand, you know, for you guys for anyone to watch at home. For those who didn't go see the theaters. But I would say it was a travesty that the film. I think it was successful. It just didn't make as much money in the United States. Which, why? But yeah. So just to quickly assume, what do I think about the franchise? I'm just going to talk about the Daniel Craig ones. I'll probably talk about some of the other ones, but I think since this is the 5th and final Daniel Craig film, I should explain how I feel about the other ones. Casino Royale, I really do love that film. It is an amazing Bond film. You know, no competition. Plus, you have Mads Mikkelsen as the bad guy. What more could you want? Quantum of Solace, I do like. I shouldn't say I like it. I think it's okay. I think I liked what they were trying to do. Looking back on it, there was some stuff I did like, but that had several problems, including a rushed script. I think they didn't even have a script when they started shooting, which kind of shows how rushed that production was. Skyfall, I really do enjoy. That is the one movie that in Casino Royale, it's always the flip of the coin. Both of those are so good in their own way, because one was a complete reinvention of the franchise, and the other one was like, you know, kind of, I don't know what to say. It was like The Dark Knight at times, but it's always hard to pick which one's my favorite, because I was like, some days it's like, you know, I love Casino Royale and Skyfall at the same time, so it's like I don't like one over the other, although sometimes I do prefer Skyfall over Casino Royale, but I still love the movie. And Spectre was a pretty divisive one. Spectre, I would say, I actually really did enjoy. I thought it was a little underrated. I thought it got a lot of hate, but I didn't actually watch that movie. I watched that movie before I read the reviews for it. So, probably that's why. That's one of the prime examples of me watching a movie before I see the reviews. I don't even trust critics anymore. And now we have No Time to Die. And one thing I think is interesting about this film and the other Daniel Craig films, well, for one thing, it's like Quantum of Solace is sort of like a semi-follow-up to Casino Royale. You know, because it's kind of like, it feels like a two-part story, but this one feels like a sequel directly. It feels like it's following up. I wouldn't say sequel, but it does feel like it's a follow-up from Skyfall and Spectre, some of the stuff that was set up there before. And there's like some slight references to Casino Royale, especially with the character of Vesper Lind. And, you know, to what I think about Daniel Craig's portrayal, I love his character. I love his portrayal of the character. I think he is definitely the best James Bond. And the only one that comes close to him is Timothy Dalton. I mean, for me, out of the original pre-Daniel Craig films, Timothy Dalton is the best one. I think I have Living Daylights somewhere in my collection. I just can't show it because they just started recording this video. I can't even see the monitor. I wish I was connecting this through an HDMI port on my Nikon camera, but hey, at least I'm using an actual camera instead of the grainy, shitty webcam off of my laptop, which is amazing. It's good for me, though. And to sum up what I feel about this film, I don't want to get into plot details, because when plot details, it comes to spoiling stuff, and I hate that stuff. That's why I even turned off Twitter notifications off my phone. Just to state what I felt about how I felt about the movie. I really liked it. I really did enjoy this film. I think it's a really good film, and it's a good conclusion. It's a good final Bond film for, like, you know, Daniel Craig. Since License to Kill, because even though Timothy Dalton did 2 movies, like License to Kill was his last one, but it ended off on a good note. This one it sort of ends a little sad, but it ends on a good note. There are some slight problems, but I don't want to get into it. I would say, is this? I would say this is better than Spectre. This is somewhere like below Casino Royale and Skyfall, so it's kind of like in between that, but it's still a good movie. Obviously Daniel Craig, he does a great job with the character as always, and I like this version of Bond. This like, because we've always seen Bond as like, he's, this ruthless assassin. But like movies like this and License to Kill, and even like some of the other ones with Daniel Craig, we get to see a more personal side of Bond that we never saw before. That's something that's always rarely explored, is Bond's more personal side, because no one cares about that. But I think for here in License to Kill, even the last two ones, we got to see more of Bond's personal side, and it makes him more of a relatable character. It's like, wow, this character was more relatable than I expected. He's still a ruthless killer, but he's still great in the role, Daniel Craig. And I also want to praise some of the other actors in this. I really did enjoy seeing Jeffrey Wright come back as Felix Leiter. It was really awesome to see him back. He is definitely my favorite of... I just love Jeffrey Wright, so probably that's biased. I also really liked... I liked a lot of the female characters in this were also really good. One thing that's often, criticism of the films is like, yeah, they're just kind of second fiddle. But this is probably, like the Timothy Dalton ones, they had Bond girls, but they weren't always second fiddle, they actually contributed to the plot. And, kind of the same thing here. And also, they don't die. To a surprise, I think this is the first time you don't see a Bond girl die. I can't remember, it's been a while since I've seen the films, all the other ones. But, the female characters in this were pretty good. I remembered, I'm going to say, I really enjoyed Lashana Lynch as Nomi, who was the successor to James Bond in this. She's not playing a female James Bond, and, that was always a weird thing that got a lot of shit, was like, oh no, they made 007 a black woman. They're totally just trying to, capitalize on agendas. And in this film, they literally state, it's just a number. And I like that it was that little FU to the naysayers, to the insecure audience, which is what they're called now. But I thought she was pretty awesome in this, and I like Lashana Lynch, so she was really good in this. And another standout is Ana de Armas as this agent who helps Bond out in this small mission in Cuba, which was really fun. She was really fun in this. Also getting to see her and Daniel Craig work on another movie again after Knives Out. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, also Léa Seydoux comes back. It's always rare to see a Bond girl from another movie come back to this, because they're often just one-offs. They just play the girl one time and they don't come back. But this time, Léa Seydoux does come back, and that's interesting. And, just actually all the stuff, like the action in this film was really good. The cinematography and the action in this film was amazing, because I don't want to talk about it much, but there are some scenes where it's like, I think it happens twice, so I think I'll just spoil it slightly, but there are two scenes where like an explosion happens and you don't hear anything, and it's just like the reaction of the explosion, the blast. And most of it is like a oneer, which I really enjoyed that. So that was really awesome to see in this film. And as far as complaints, like I said, is this like the greatest film that Daniel Craig made as Bond? I don't know. Like I said, for me it's better than Quantum and Spectre, but it's like slightly below Casino Royale and Skyfall. So it's kind of in between, but it's still good. So it's like the better ones, which I've noticed. But like the villain is a weird thing, but I do want to say I did enjoy Rami Malek's performance as the villain Safin, Safin I think is how they call him. But I just wish we got more of him. I feel like, you have this amazing actor, Academy Award-winning actor playing a Bond villain. It's like, what's he going to do? And his plan is pretty straightforward. It's essentially the same plot line we've been getting of like, too much resources and all that. But it's essentially trying to, like, wipe out the world kind of plot. But it works well here. In many... It does work well at times. I just wish we got more of Rami Malek, because I just thought, you know, the way he looked and the way he performed it, it was so menacing, it gives you chills in your spine. But overall, I did enjoy No Time to Die. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want to talk plot details, because I suck at plot details. I just feel like I should go straight to the what I liked, what I didn't. But I did enjoy this film a lot. So yeah, I would say check it out if you can. I'm not even going to bother grading it, because that's just bullshit. So, let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments down below. And I guess until next time, bye-bye.